Hello, here I am. Oh, I've been through the mill. We all have, haven't we? It's a video about. Well, it's not really about Christmas Day. It's about loneliness generally. Because I think Christmas Day kind of brings it to a head, doesn't it? I spent all year thinking, shall I have it on my own or not? At one time, I used to try and manifest people to come along, and at one time, I used to have some very strange experiences in desperation. The lesson is, especially to the girls, don't be desperate because you will get into trouble. Don't ask the ways. I seek out the lame dogs, that I feel sorry for them. Ask them in. Don't do it. Don't do it. I mean, people generally are okay, but I've had some very strange times. So the advice really is to stick it out on your own. Unless somebody comes along you really think is okay, but don't go searching them out like I used to, sitting in cafes. Oh, he seems lonely. We'll ask him over for Christmas. This is true, this is true. I once had a gardener from the local monastery. I thought I felt sorry for him. He turned up absolutely paralytic and he wanted to, I think he thought I was come to my bed as well. I had a girlfriend come once who bought pots of yogurts with her. That's all she wanted. And on it goes. So I'm not going to go down that road today with strange Christmases. This is really kind of a there are some good videos on my Christmases if you'd like to search them out, or I can send you a couple if you like, of some really nice ones. So it's a question of, I think the advice here would be not just for Christmas Day, but any day when you feel really, really lonely and afraid. And there are lots of days like that for lots of us, I think, more than you realise. I think men find it harder than women. I don't know why. I think we can usually find someone to talk to, although this year I think it was probably the most difficult one I've been through. Because I wasn't very well, but also because I just didn't over the years seem to make any connections with anyone. My daughter is somewhere else, and I had a card from her, no presents. In fact, I didn't have any presents. I've got a very nice man that comes from Age UK. He comes to do the physical work for me, like wash the floors and things like that. He's not a carer, but he's very, very kind and loving, and he helps me through some very difficult times, although he only comes once or twice a week. But the important thing is, and I have found, is you have to have coping mechanisms. Now, these are things that only you know will help you through a difficult time. I have lots of them because I've practiced a lot of them. And you have to have, first of all, something you like to eat. Don't sit on your own all day with nothing to eat. That's not going to help anything. I don't have Christmas dinners. I don't have Christmas. I love ciabatta. Ciabatta is Italian bread. I love ciabatta rolls. I had two rolls with some lovely cheese and pickles and stuff, and I really enjoyed that. Glass of cider or glass of wine. You have to treat yourself. I think loneliness is a way, that at some level we have chosen to get in touch with ourselves, to know ourselves, not to love ourselves, that's difficult, but to get to know ourselves and what we like and don't like. And okay, ciabatta rolls and cheese for Christmas, isn't it? It's fine. I have my Panattone for tea, there's a Italian cake, and I thought, well, I watch what I want on television, I'm fine. I'm absolutely fine. You have to find something that only you can appreciate that will help you to feel good about yourself. And you have to practice at it. You have to practice. It takes a lot of time to get to know what you really like, and what makes you really happy. Maybe quite, I mean, I think one year I went to the cathedral. I've done a video about going to the cathedral. Go for a walk or take out the car for a bit. Don't just sit there thinking I'm on my own, because you are. It's a question of really accepting that's the way it is for now. It might be different next year. Who knows? But I think, just don't be desperate. Don't be desperate and ask complete strangers. Oh, honestly, I mean, I've learned a lesson. I have. Nobody's that desperate. It's better no company than wrong company. I've heard that said to me several times. And not everyone's got a family. It's finding alternatives. Get a decent rented video that you like, rent a video, or get a decent book, or do something with a painting, or find something to do that only you can do, that you like to feel good about yourself. Okay, that's really, really important. So I managed to get through. I didn't have a tree this year. I didn't buy it because I can't carry them in and out. But the funny thing, well, it wasn't funny. It was rather a sad little thing, really. I'll tell you this little story about the one Christmas present I had. I had, I didn't have. Last year I had one present from a friend of mine, and this year, the Age UK came in carrying a bag. Ooh, present. So I did keep it to Christmas Day, and I got in there and opened it. I didn't open. I opened up the bag and I thought, what on earth is that? There's a little thing about that big, wrapped up in sellotape, so tight I couldn't undo it. So I thought, well, it can't be the crown jewels, so I just check it away. Well, it turned out just. I did throw it away because it was absolutely useless. It turned out it was a little tiny desk calendar. I couldn't even read the numbers. I'm thinking, what's he doing? This, it's not a present for a woman, let an old lady, And I think I'd given him something, but I mean, it was laughable in a way, but also quite insulting. I thought, is that all I'm worth? A little tiny desk calendar. And I think we do judge ourselves by what comes to our hands, don't we? And he could have done a bit better than that, I think. So I was not quite sure what to make of it because it brought up all the mishaps and all the feelings I've got that weren't resolved about abuse and not being valued and not being. Oh, you can imagine the road I went down. It was all so silly, really, but it did trigger off this particular feeling. So when he came the following time, I actually asked him about it. So what? He thought it was a good present. You see, this is it, isn't it? We don't really understand people at all. We buy what we think we like. To this poor little present. I'm just going to see what time we're doing, how we're doing. So that's kind of the main story, really. But I got some time. I think I could just fit something in that'll make you laugh. Because loneliness won't. Yes, I put my order into Sainsbury's, the food people. They're my food suppliers. They deliver. And the man turned up at the door. He said, "I can't let you have it. Your payment has been declined." I said, "What?" This is the card I've had for years. I couldn't understand it. So he drove off with all my food in the van. Fortunately, I think it was a test to see how I would react, and I didn't react because I've got a big deep freeze full of stuff. I managed. There wasn't a Christmas dinner in there. So I managed, and off he went. And I thought I'll have to ring somebody, which I did around the bank, and apparently there had been they stopped a payment or something. I don't know why they couldn't have restored the card, but I had to go through all this answering questions and this. And this is Christmas Eve. So I didn't get my Christmas food. Not that I'd ordered much different, but it was an absolute nightmare. Went on and on. And then I rang them up. Sainsbury's wanted the new numbers, of course, and I won't go into it all, but I was at the end of it. My end of my titter. I have fortunately got a second bank account I could call on, but it's getting the numbers through to people and the time it takes, So the van eventually came the second time. And now I've got to go to the bank and get my numbers sorted out. So I suppose that was my exciting Christmas. So yeah, I mean, the notice really took, accept what it is, no matter what day it is when you're alone. It's a whole. I know I'm alone. I've been alone for 40 years. I don't know why. I'm a nice person. I think basically I like being alone. I do. I mean, I sit here, who do I want to be with at this moment? I can't think of anyone. My daughter maybe, but even then we probably have a fight or something. So it's very difficult to know. It is difficult when you get to be very independent, individual and eclectic, as they say, with your own belief systems and your own ways of being, to fit in with somebody. And I think some people now probably feel quite uncomfortable around me because I'm so well, I am difficult. I am difficult, and I have high standards. And I think anybody does their best, but it wouldn't be. They wouldn't enjoy my company. I think it's nice to go out for a cup of tea. What I'd like to have done on Christmas Day, go out for a coffee with somebody or have a cup of tea or a piece of cake, just to break the day up, but not not any longer than that. I'm not very good with people for too lengths of time. I like to have a short, brief friendship, an hour or two at the most. But anything longer, I wouldn't go on holiday with anybody, you know. So it's a question of checking yourself out and see where you're at and what you really prefer, because you probably would find you like being on your own. You see, we have these situations we create and we think we've got it all wrong and everything else, but we tend to be very in tune with ourselves. So it is finding ways of coping, finding nice food to have, a nice video to watch, something just to bring you through. It's only a day, isn't it? I mean, even the supermarkets are open these days, apparently. So it's not company you crave, it's feeding your soul. That's feeding your soul. Sing hymns. And I love singing hymns. You know, get some nice music. And just do something that's perhaps totally decadent that you wouldn't think of doing, but just treat yourself to something. Okay, dear ones. Well, that's all I've got for today. It's a bit of a weird day, actually. I'm not very with it. I'm having a crisis myself, so I just wanted to pass on. There we are. To pass on, you know, don't give up. Just don't give up. It's no good saying love yourself, because that's very hard. Like yourself. Like what you like. Have what you like. Just make yourself feel good about yourself in the tiniest of little ways. Okay, darlings. You take care of yourselves. God bless for now. Bye bye.